So I think my first taste of running was probably training to become a Royal Marine as a teenager. Part of becoming a Royal Marine, getting your Green Beret, you have to run 30 miles across Dartmoor. It's called a speed march, so you march, you run. It's all like off-road with boots and packs and what have you.
I didn't know where to begin with how to train. So for me, it was just lace up and just go for a long run, and then that would be my training. And I never followed a plan. And yeah, I went to give it a go. I never knew what trail running was. I didn't know you could leave London within half an hour to an hour and you're in the countryside running amazing trails so close to home.
During one of my studies, so I'd done my undergraduate degree and master's, and then I went on to pursue a PhD. And during my PhD program, I found it very stressful. There was one day when I went out for a walk, and then I came back and I don't know where the thought came from, but I just thought to myself, I could have ran this.
You're kind of caught up in a bit of a bubble living in London. Unless you really ask around and look around, you don't really know what's literally there on your doorstep.
I look for like green spaces in London and look for contour lines anywhere that there's hilly as I can find. Brent Reservoir is really nice because I love being by the water. It's something really calming. You get down early as well in the morning. It's you kind of get the place to yourself.
What I really like about running in London is that I can just go out and run. My parents and my siblings live in Nigeria, so I go there regularly. When I go running in Nigeria, I can't just leave my house and go running on the streets. I have to travel to a point where it's safe and then run on the road. I can literally just step outside my door and then I can start my run. I don't need to travel to a distance to do that.
I love also just hearing my breathing and underneath my feet, and it's just been totally connected with nature and just enjoying the journey and the adventure at the same time.
There's so many green spaces in London. It's only when you start running that you realise and you start looking for places to sort of get off-road. What I like to do is I'll get a map and I'll look and I'll be like, oh, that's interesting, what's there? And even just like using satellite view as well. And I'll be like, oh, that's really interesting. There's a big patch of green here and I've never seen that before, and let's go and check that out. The headspace running through sort of like natural environments is totally different.
If I hadn't taken that first step to go into this outdoor training community session, then my life would be totally different. And me saying I'd never run an ultra to now doing ultra distance because that's my go-to distance, I just think, wow, that was 3 years of that journey from that first session to now.
Literally all you have is yourself and your breath. And I know, they say like mindfulness is such an important thing to do in this day and age. And I really firmly believe that running is one of the best things you can do for your mental health.
That is what's fascinating about running itself, is that progression to then pushing those boundaries even more and testing your abilities to achieving something you never thought would be possible.